before Norman Bates, before Hannibal Lecter, before Leatherface. There was a quiet farmer in Plainfield, Wisconsin, who lived alone on a remote property. His name was Ed Gein. When police finally entered his home in November 1957, they were not prepared for what they found. Nothing in their training had covered this. Nothing in human history had covered this. This is midnight evidence. The truth never sleeps. Edward Theodore Gein was born on August 27, 1906 in La Crosse, Wisconsin. His mother, Augusta, was a domineering religious woman who taught Ed that women were instruments of the devil. Except for her, she isolated him, forbade friendships, read him Bible passages about murder and sin every night. Ed had no friends, no relationships, no life outside his mother's world. When Augusta died in 1945, Ed was 39 years old. He sealed her bedroom, kept it exactly as she had left it. And then he began. Ed Gein did not primarily kill. He exhumed. Between 1947 and 1952, he visited local cemeteries at night, digging up the bodies of recently buried women. He brought them home. He made things from them. Investigators found a wastebasket made from human skin, a box of preserved noses, a belt made of female nipples, skulls used as bowls, human faces, a preserved, stretched, mounted on the wall. He was constructing what he described as a woman suit, an attempt to literally become his dead mother. Pause 3 He also confirmed 2 murders. Bernice Worden, whose decapitated body was found hanging from the rafters of his shed, and Mary Hogan, a tavern owner who disappeared 3 years earlier. Gein was found legally insane and was never tried for murder. He was committed to the Central State Hospital for the Criminally Insane in Wisconsin. Decades later, he was transferred to Mendota Mental Health Institute, where he died in 1984 at age 77. He is buried in Plainfield Cemetery, the same cemetery he once robbed. Alfred Hitchcock based Norman Bates, the mama's boy motel owner in Psycho, directly on Ed Gein. Toby Hooper based Leatherface, the skin-wearing killer in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, on Gein. Thomas Harris based Buffalo Bill, who was making a woman's suit from his victims in Silence of the Lambs, on Gein. One Real Man, 3 of the most iconic fictional monsters ever created. That tells you something about the depth of what he did. Ed Gein was not a rampaging killer. He was something quieter and arguably more disturbing. A deeply broken man who lived in total isolation with his obsessions. The horror of his story is not just what he did. It is how long it went unnoticed. For years, he was just the quiet farmer at the edge of town. This has been Midnight Evidence. The truth never sleeps.